Yeah. Welcome to New York City. My man Jiggz. Hold on, let this ride real fast. It's the battlefield, y'all. Yeah, no doubt. My man, my man Jiggz. Shouts to everybody that's joining in. You feel me? Welcome to the battlefield. This is Taekwon. You know, at the battlefield, we're gonna talk about nothing but the battles, man. Infamous battles. Get the battles perspective. You know, I had to get Jiggz on. You know what I'm saying? One of the illest cat. You know what I'm saying?
Good looking.
Just holding it down. Ciphers, competition, just consistently. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. You know what I mean? And I had to get Jiggz on, get his perspective on some of his battles. His infamous battle with Kmel. You know what I mean? And honestly, I really want to dive that first. Like, let's get that out of the way. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure everybody want to hear that your side of the story. You feel me? So yeah, man. Like, yo, introduce yourself. You know what I mean? And yo, the platform is yours, bro.
Yo, good looking. Salute, yo. Thank you for having me on. First of all, how's it sound? How's the level? Good?
Yeah, just a little bit. Talk a little bit louder.
Alright, project a little more, no doubt.
Yeah. Project a little bit more.
I bet. Yeah, man. Like I said, thank you for having me. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? The recognition, that goes a long way.
No doubt.
Everybody out there, who paved the way for us to get the opportunity to even, go down that same path or even our own journeys, if you will. But yeah, man, that's what's up. I just had to say thanks for having me, and I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. Yeah, off the rip, like when I came in the game, when I first come to New York, like I know Phantom, K Mel, but K was the one who told me about you. Like K was like begging you up, like, of course Phantom, that's Fam, but outside of that our circle, it was the Jig, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what K was like, yo, he always big you up around me. I can only speak on my end. You feel me? On a K Mel's perspective, And I'm sure I'm gonna have K Mel on to get his side, you know what I mean? But I can only speak what I know. When I spoke to K, the first time he was like, yo, cat Jiggz, boom, boom, like he was begging you up, like up there, like one of the general in New York, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to like battles, And then that's why it was kind of surprised me when the whole situation went down. You feel me? Like this was like in 2006 in the Bronx.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was that OPAC, and Kmel was judging alongside with Ness and K1. Shouts to Ness and K1. Salute to the OG. But I guess you thought that K voted against y'all. But you know what? I'm gonna let you on the inside detail. When I spoke to K was like, yo, I voted a tie. I didn't vote. Like, it was the other kid that voted. Like, it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? But then there's some miscommunication, and you went, yo, son, like, what I saw was like you rushed the stage, like, point at K. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And K was like, like, yo, what's going on here? Like, what's going on? So let's start there. Like, what on your end? Now you heard like what K, like he didn't vote. He didn't vote like for, I think, Pookie and them. Like I think y'all was bound Pookie and them.
Yeah.
And then Low D and Lean Rock, right? And Ross, yeah, Flow Lords.
Yeah, it was
But he
flawless.
voted a tie. I can tell you on my end what I heard from K, and even K1 and Ness even said that, like, yo, yeah, K didn't vote for the for Jiggz and them to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So what was going through your mind at the time? Mind you, you didn't know none of this, right? So let's take us to your mindset at the time. Go ahead.
All right. So for the record, Kay eventually ended up explaining that to me. You know,
Okay.
I think like even immediately, like as soon as I started popping shit, he
Oh,
was, "What you talking about? I was the one who gave
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
the
yeah.
opportunity to get a tiebreaker." You know
Word.
what I'm saying? So this was he yelled right after I went up to
Right.
the stage, but the shit was with me was that I was like I felt like it was a little biased. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because
mm.
of course, K rolls with floor lords. You
Right,
know,
right.
and a lot of the times, you know, K would show his emotions when he sees something he likes. So he would go crazy if they would do some shit, and he would go crazy
Ah,
when I
like
would do.
during the battle.
Yeah, he was
Okay.
even when I did some shit, he was going crazy. And it's
Mm,
funny back at it now, and I'd be like, damn. But I just felt like they had probably like the opportunity to take that whole event,
right.
and there was a lot on the line for the time. It wasn't about the money. It was about the opportunity to represent and get a chance. So if you win, it was at Alpha Fame. If you win, you get a chance to fly out to the West Coast and battle. You know what I'm saying? So here I'm thinking like, yo, this is
This was at Mighty Four. For those who don't know, this was like the Mighty Four, right?
Alpha Fame.
Alpha Fame, yeah, yeah, okay. Alpha Fame qualification, okay.
It was at Alpha Fame.
Shouts to Polsky and Cross One for that.
Facts. Yeah, that was dope that they brought that out and they gave an opportunity for East Coast crew that wins to go out there and
Mm,
represent. So for us and for me, there was like a lot on the line. Like I was like, I don't really get a chance to get out there like that. And I felt like, like they were trying to take that shit away from me. Because in the battle, it was neck and neck. And of course, Floor Lords is official. And we was coming up, right? And we was at the time we were repping NYK,
right.
and we're going neck and neck, and we were throwing routines and all that. And I thought we edged it out because not because we were better, but because they messed up. They messed up like 2 times, like it was clear. And I was like, yo, that should be enough. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So when they voted a tie off the rip, I was just like, yo, fuck this. They already trying to fuck with my shit. So I was already tight, getting emotional. It
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
the night and shit. And then we had a tiebreaker. We lost. So once we lost, I was just like, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I ran and I started popping shit. And you know
Yeah,
how
yeah.
back then you throw dick, be like, fuck you,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? When I said that, Kay just looked at me like, yo, are you fucking crazy? You know what I'm saying?
Mm, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
people, fam, like, how you gonna disrespect me like that?
Right, right.
As soon as I said that shit, he just jumped out his seat and he started yelling at me from the stage. And once I saw that shit, I was like, what the fuck have I done?
Yeah.
So at that moment, if if you pop shit, you gotta man up and
Right.
stand up. You know what I'm saying? So right there, he started like yelling and explaining like, yo, bro, like I was the one who voted for y'all. Why you tripping?
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
and he jumped off the stage, and everybody was like, oh, and they opened up a huge circle in the gym. And then all his peoples went backed him up, and then my peoples backed me up, and then it went down. It was little.
Right. Hold up. We got it right here. You know what I'm saying? We got it right here with Jiggz. Just call him out real fast. You know what I'm saying?
It was a little standoff. So I was like, let me get this shit out the way because I was finished. It was the end of the night. I was like, all my shit. K is about to chop me up. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. I mean, even the atmosphere was raw. You feel me? Like it was raw, like straight up and down.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Haven't seen like a lot of that after that, you know. Not to that extent, you know.
Ooh. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was, K, like he loves to talk, you know what I'm saying? While he battled, and that's the beauty of it too, you know? So
Yeah.
this is like the first one, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
at one point, let me forward here. Like at one point, like at this point, for some reason, he was like, "Yo, I'm done with you," right? And then you kept going, and then your whole squad, like Too Sweet, came out.
Yo, you promo. I was like, yo, this
He
dude
was,
can.
he was talking that shit. He was backing his mans. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole NYK came out. Like so that was like the first battle. You know, and the second was him showing up at your practice spot, right?
Yeah, facts.
So after that battle at the first the LPAC in the Bronx, were you like, you know what? I'm done with K. Like when I see him next time, it's gonna be on, or were you like, you know what? It's all gravy. Were you like, do you what I'm asking is like after that battle the first time, do you think like that, you and K gonna continue to battle each other after that?
Um, well, knowing Kmel, I was like, yeah, I would definitely have to keep my guard up if we ever end up
Mm,
again. I know he's definitely gonna come for me because the way it had ended that last time,
mm,
well, I was still talking shit at the end of that battle. You know what I'm saying? I was
mm.
still popping my shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, but I did surprise myself and my confidence went up. So I
Right.
wasn't about it. It wasn't like I was like, yo, I gotta go to the lab and train so I don't get, because I know I'm not a better dancer than Kmel, and I
Mm,
really thought that he was gonna jump off that stage and obliterate me. But
mm,
maybe the fact that he was sitting down and I was warmed up probably played into it. But my strategy was just from the jump was I'm not gonna back down and I'm not gonna get smoked. I could take a
mm,
loss. I don't got
mm,
a problem with taking a loss as long as I don't go out like no bitch. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
So I was like, yo, fuck it. I'm going to go for mine because I felt a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I felt at that time. You know, later on, I was kind of over it. I was like, yo, whatever it is, what it is. Maybe I was tripping, but I had a good time. I caught mad wreck. I fucked mad people up in that event. I was flowing like, like that was one of the jams where I was like, I probably messed up like maybe once or twice, but I was hitting everything and I was on point. So
Mm.
I was like, yo, I did my shit. I didn't get smoked by K. A lot of
Right,
people
right.
still like, yo, he got you. In the cipher, like, uh, Lean Rock was like, he got you, right, Jiggz? I was like, whatever. So why he walk out then?
Yeah, yo, somebody invite Lean Rock, Pookie and them in, you know what I'm saying? Like they need to hear this from Jake's perspective.
Yeah, they could hear it. They know what's up. Like the shit was ongoing with them anyway.
I
So
feel you.
that was part of it. Like we kept battling after that. Still
Plus
had
they're
some.
from plus they're from Boston, right? And in New York and Boston always had that rivalry as well, right?
Yeah, little rivalry. Not like we hated each other, but we
Of
knew that
course.
who's high level on the East Coast, we got to take them out. So let's just get them out of the way right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
We
Yeah, I
always have
feel you.
that mentality, like, yo, if we go against Boston, these dudes are not playing. Like,
Hmm.
they're gonna fucking probably outspin us, but let's hit them with that raw attitude and just control the cipher or the circle or the battle, whatever it may be. We always try to bring a certain energy, you know?
Right, right. Yo, Ross said, Ross. Russ from Floor Lords, he was there. He was like, we went on to win the entire Alpha Fame East Coast,
Yeah, yeah. That was
regardless.
final.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yo, I mean, like, so your confident came up. You know what I mean? Like, you knew K for a long time, and you knew
Yeah.
how he battled, right? Like,
Yo,
'cause
bro, we look up to K. We always love K. If anything, I feel like I did what he would have done in a
Mhm.
situation like that.
Right, right.
Exactly, because he's done it. He's called out some of the
Yeah, 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 yeah.
OGs, and we know, you know. So if anything, I'm just like taken by that same, you know, way, and that's just how we kind of handled it before. Like maybe now I think about it, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have wilded out like that. I could have done it more respectful, but it is what it is. That's how
Nah,
we handle
nah.
it, and it didn't get crazy. You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
disagree with you on that, Jigs,
Like,
because, bro, that's the spirit of the dance, bro. You can't control that competitiveness, bro. You feel me? You can't control that. That's just the essence of it, bro. Of how you feel, you gotta express. That's the whole point of breaking. Hip hop
yeah,
in general. You
I
gotta
could have.
express this. Yo, I feel mad right now. Yo, I gotta express it somehow. You feel me? And that's what you did, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't even feel like, yo, I should have done nah, man. Because the way it went down, it was historical. Even to this day, it's 2020. Every time we watch it, yo, it's one of the rawest legendary battle, bro. No ifs, ands, or buts, bro. You feel me? So you
Yeah,
shouldn't even feel like, ah, man, I should have done this. Nah, I feel like K wouldn't change a thing. You feel me? Knowing K.
no, I'm saying in the sense that that's my man's. Like we was
Oh yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
You know, like
No
if you
doubt.
can get into the backstory and shit, like I met the first time I seen K was like in '97 at Rocksteady Anniversary when he was down with Full Circle, and I wasn't even ill. Like I was just beginning, and I seen him,
Mm.
and he had like a real like New York street dancer style, mad
Word,
flip,
word.
footwork, shit like that, right? Then a couple years later, I started meeting up with him at Kingsbridge at the practice spot where Incredible Breakers used to break, with Incredible Josh,
Mm.
and also at the Smith practice in LES where Two Sweet's from, the projects down there. So we used to practice together, and we was cool. He always used to show me love, and like I said, we always used to freaking root for Kmel, and he was like, like the dude coming up in the city. So we always had his back. I didn't really have like ill will, but it got to the point where eventually we started battling each other in
Mm.
contests. I got to get up to that level where I was, seeing him in contests, and of course, losing. I could tell you about a couple battles that I
Mm.
remember battling with Kmel, but it was nothing really like I didn't have it out for him.
Mm.
Some bullshit when he put out his video and you see a clip of Legacy doing like a cork, and then he throws a dick in my face, and I was
Mm.
like, "Damn, bro, how you in the?" And I was like, "Whatever." I brushed it off. I didn't sweat it, but I knew that rivalry was there with that side with his homies, and he was cool with Skill Methods in them, and I was always going at it with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's another factor of that too, of the reason why I was able to like even fuck with K and keep my composure, because I was already seasoned from battling other dudes. You know,
Mm.
since you want to talk about epic battles, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, every time they ask me some shit, it's always about the Kmel battle. Everybody want to know about that.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
yeah.
way more other battles with other ill dudes that helped me get ready for that battle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
That's
Word, word, word.
how I think about it. I didn't see it like that before, but yeah, that's what it is. It's just like me and him were mad cool. He used to do shows with some of my crewmates with Quick Step when they was on Broadway, and he used to sometimes just pull up to our practice and we would kick it, and what I'm saying, do a little powwow, little smoke signals,
Mm. Mm.
chill, safe, and kick it. So me and him was always cool. Besides that battle we never had any other like gripes. Like once that was over, it went back to being the same as being mad chill. That's my homie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. Like I'm glad that joint happened. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like mid 2006 when that happened. You know, and I, in a way, I'm sure everybody in the game glad it happened. You know, and yo, it's the this is the warrior dance that what that people got to understand at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? No matter if we want to move forward, which we are as a community with going to Olympics and all that. But these type of battles is legendary, and at the essence of it, the dance is a warrior dance, bro. Like it's from the streets, you know what I'm saying? And we gotta express it. You gotta express it how, if you feel a certain way, you're gonna express it, you know? So I'm glad, in a way, as a fan, I'm talking about as a fan of battles, of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be MC, DJ, writing, breaking. I'm glad it went down, So now in 2020, we still talking about it.
Yeah,
You
facts.
know?
I'm happy it went down. You know what I'm saying? Happy that
After that battle, the first one, did you even talk to K after that?
the
Did y'all
first
dap
battle.
it up? Were y'all able to dap it up, or were y'all like, nah, like fuck
I
you?
don't even remember, to be honest, the end of that night. I don't remember because it was such a long night. We probably went our own ways after that. But
Yeah.
we didn't talk. I think around that time it was they had the freestyle session forums up, and I believe I had posted some shit. I had posted some shit like, yo, this something about like, with the battle, what had gone down and then getting called out by K. And then people was like, yo, put the footage up, put the footage up.
Mm.
This is before like you could just upload footage from
Yeah.
you needed a camera, computer, all that. Not everybody was savvy with the tech like that at that time. But there were some people in the building who had cameras. You know what I'm saying? So eventually we ended up getting the footage of shit, and we ended up getting some people to put it up on YouTube because we wasn't
Right.
really like that, with the social. It wasn't to that level. So we gave it to a homeboy out here called Brisk, so he could post it so that it's like from a neutral party. It doesn't look like I'm trying to make anybody look bad or make myself look
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
People could see what had happened. So luckily we made that move and that shit was posted on YouTube and mad people got to see it, through whatever platforms it's still, being shared. But I think about it now and I'm like, yo, luckily, because that would have just been like an urban legend, a hearsay, she say thing. But the fact that it's posted up, you can still see it and also get a glimpse of what a cipher battle is compared to a contest, and understand what people are talking about when you say words like that rawness and that hardcore shit, or that, quote unquote b-boy b-girl shit, because you see a glimpse of everything, of like the passion, the shit talking, the grit, the skills. You hear the fucking concrete, the feet scraping, like, it don't get more raw than that. Like, we heard stories about it growing up, but we didn't get to witness it. But we had an opportunity to do it, live it, and then other people were able to witness it because of technology and be able to pass that on. Like that
Yeah.
shit, it's kind of like timeless at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those ill fucking, like Ali Frazier type of shit. And he told me
Exactly.
the battle, bro. He said, "You nice, Jiggz, but I'm Ali, you Frazier." I was like,
Word. I mean, like, yo, how do you feel like? Because remember, most people don't know it happened 4 times. First is when you call him out, and then second time he show up at your practice spot. He went to Queens. He went with,
other
I think
shit.
he went with Smirk, Jet Skills, and Phantom to
And
Queens. They went from the Bronx all the way to Queens. Were you like, yo, okay, let's get it popping? When he showed up, you were like, all right,
Yeah,
like
he brought Sham God too.
oh, Sham, yeah.
So he had his squad. Like, that's another thing. It's like, I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for that.
Word.
Like, bro, if you see the video, I'm wearing gray sweats and a tan shirt, and the floor is white. I'm just wearing some comfortable shit for practice. Meanwhile, these dudes is coming fresh, looking best, New York hat, and come up like, jump in the building like, where's New York Kings at? I was like,
But yo, yo, that shit is like a movie. You feel me? Like, like yo, where New York Kings at? Like, we here, and then you like, ah, let's get it popping. You know?
I just go like, I just started walking towards them like, yo, what else can I do? Like,
right.
They just
it was dope because y'all was like going at it, and then at one time the music stopped, and some lady was saying, and you see the whole mood change, like, oh, like y'all got proper real quick, like, oh yeah, yeah, and then y'all came back like battling like crazy again.
We just danced.
Said what?
We was like, nah, miss, we just danced.
Yeah, yeah. Like y'all just all of a sudden just proper, like, yeah, okay, yeah, and then all of a sudden after that, like y'all went back at it, like, and at one, it was like a boxing match though, because he was up, you know, he was doing some crazy shit, like for real, like funky shit and all that. He was like, yo, get some style, you know what I'm saying? And then you at one point, like you did some rounds that, like he paused, like, oh, and then you was like, you know, like it's a rap, like, so it was like up and down, you know, throughout the whole battle. And that's what I love about that battle, you know, the second battle. And honestly, my favorite had to be the third battle, bro. The concrete, the folk, like the sound of footwork, you know, y'all two talking shit at each other, like, yo, y'all was going back and forth. Yeah. So how did that happen? Like, where were y'all at on the concrete joint?
That was the same day.
Oh, okay. So they split it up. Okay.
The practice was over. We just packed our shit. We walked outside. As we walked outside, we're still talking shit to each other, in each other's face. We walked up the stairs, and you see there's still snow on the floor. Once we saw like an open concrete, we just started throwing down. It was just like organic. It was just like,
yeah, bro. Hold up.
Let's go.
This the joint right here, man. This honestly, this is my favorite one. You feel me? Like,
we're talking too much shit.
With the coat, the goose,
bubble vest, the North Face.
Oh, you kicking me? You garbage.
You was like, yo, you kicking me? You garbage. You done did it to yourself. Okay, he was like, yo, you see how fast that was?
You kicking me? You got no proof, man.
Like, yo, I can't stay still. I gotta come back at him. Otherwise, everybody's gonna believe I lost. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, bro, nah. You're not gonna come and show me up like that. So I was just like, yo, I'm just not gonna back up. Like, I could take the loss, like I said, but, you know, it would have been worse had I just let him come through and run all over me. And then I got to deal with my peeps too. Then they're gonna shit on me. Man, bro, you shouldn't have gone out like that. So I was
yeah.
Happen. It's never gonna happen. You know, because that's just the cut. You know, the cloth we was cut from. You know what I'm saying? That's just
yeah.
It's just like, even I remember my little grandmother telling me that shit. Like, yo, don't ever stay hit. You know, that shit stuck with me since childhood. So it applies. Like when you talking and, you know, and you battling, you know, it's a conversation regardless, you know, whether it's body language. But you from New York and you grew up playing ball, you know what it is. You know, that shit talking shit could throw you off your game and destroy you. And I seen K destroy many dancers in many ciphers.
Mentally first.
I was like, I'm not gonna be the next victim.
Jiggz already have this strategy lined up. Like, yeah, that's the one thing of knowing, knowing K, knowing K, right? Like you already know what, okay, he gonna bring some strategies that I'm not gonna fall for it. I'm not gonna fall for that sword. So that's dope because y'all, yeah, like K was really popping that shit with the shit talking, you know what I mean? And you was going back at him, you know? You was like, yo, get some combinations. And like, yo, how you getting smoke or some shit like that, Like you was popping back and forth, with him.
My
And
confidence up. The fact that he came back for me, I was just like, shit, then that proves I can hang with the best. Fucking Kmel is like the Jordan of this shit. He done it all. He's got respect in the streets, all over, worldwide. He's done the movies, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. And, to be able to even share a cipher with somebody like that and go back and forth,
mhm.
that's just something about where you stand. So like I said, that should just, if anything, that should make me a better dancer. So I thank him for that. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying? Like he could
At
have
that
just
one point,
whatever, you ain't nobody, but he kept coming back. So eventually that shit kind of made other people pay attention, like, yo, who is this kid? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, your name got put on a map for real, like worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like people knew
Yeah.
Jigs regionally, even some people know nationally, right? But like after that, it was stamped, it was set in stone. You know what I mean? Like that footage was spread all over the world. Like people, like yo, Jigs, this, that, and the third. And of course, people were gonna say yo, K1 and all that, but yo, you step to the plate, win, lose, or draw. You feel me? Like
Word.
when that, and that's some real b-boy shit.
Word.
And what that was there at the time, like in all those battles with K, were you like, damn, like you said you were confident, but were there at any point you're like, damn, this cat is really he got me right now. Like in your mindset, like, oh shit. I gotta come with some crazy shit right now. Like
Nah,
he's
because
he's getting me.
fucking, to be honest, just seeing him pull up, I was already kind of scared. And I was like, not frightened, like, he's gonna fucking whoop my ass, but like, damn, bro, I can't let this dude come here and burn me and humiliate me. So
Mm.
right away, it's like the claws was out. Once I seen,
Mm.
I got that feeling, it's like when you feel that kill or be killed type of instinct. You know what I'm saying? So once
Mm.
I was just like, yo, it's on, and another thing that had me fired up was that some of the people that he came in with, you know what I'm saying? Cause like right before that, I was fucking with New York Kings and I was fucking with Phantom heavy. But Phantom came in with them, so I was like,
Mm.
damn, for real? Like, y'all really gonna come for me like that? But
Mm.
luckily, I had my fam there. I had my crew. They held me down. My little G's, they still wasn't even seasoned like that. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Frankie, Joe Bananas, Wild Child was there. Those are the dudes that jumped in for me and backed me up against Smirk, Sham God, Jay Skills, Kmel, whoever was
Yeah.
there, Lord Phantom. So, that shit had me fired up. So my shit was just, I was just trying to get in there and just take anybody's head off. Not at one moment did I feel like, damn, bro, this dude got me. It was just like, nope, let's go. I'm in for the long run. And
Right.
then a couple times I felt like, yo, I'm lapping y'all. Like I already got like 5 go downs in. Y'all only got 2 or 3. What's up? Where y'all at? You know what I'm saying? So I was just psyching myself out. I was hyped. I got into that battle moment right there, and I was just hungry, And at that point, I was training, and I was in probably some of the best shape. And like I said, just once my confidence came up like that, then there was no fucking up. It was just everything was coming out how I meant it because I was doing it with meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I was making a statement. I was saying something. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know, like, yo, I'm not the one. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like,
Right.
it's all love, but when it goes down, like like I'm gonna give it my all, and that's love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
of course.
in battles where dudes walk away, and I'm like, damn, like you're not even like obliging me. You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of dissing me by not even giving me that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But that's why I respect it so much, because you know he gave me that opportunity to like to step up to the plate and show the world what I got. You know, even though that wasn't the the purpose of that. The purpose of that, it was just fucking organic battle. You know, just how
Mm.
I always do. You know, and it turned out to be what it is today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can only respect that, and I'm sure all the seasoned battlers out there can only respect that. You feel me? If you a b-boy and you on that battle shit, like you can only respect what Jiggz just said, bro. Like straight up and down. I mean, and that's what caused that rivalry between our clique, our circle, versus y'all circle. You feel me? Because I was with the K circle and Phantom. Phantom called me like, yo, we about to get boom, boom, boom. We're like, yo, get him. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure on your end, yo, get Phantom and them, get K and them. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is, and we can only respect that. And at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about it. On both of our ends. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, man. I feel like a lot of time cats like afraid to get into battles, and feel like, oh, this, that, and the third. But bro, it's about the journey, man. This is the b-boy journey. Like that's what it's about, all the different little wins and losses and all the different battles, all the chapters, you know what I'm saying? And in the long run, 10 years from now, you can go back and laugh about it and talk about it. I'm sure if we're in a room with K, Phantom, everybody right now, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody be like, yo, this, that, and the third. You feel me? Like I'm sure it's gonna be like that. But I feel like, that's why I'm creating this platform, because these are the stories that need to be heard, and hopefully the new generation can step up to their plate and be competitive. There's nothing wrong with being competitive. You see it in sports all the time, football rivalries, NBA ballers. That's why they great. You feel me? Because they have those rivalries. You know what I'm saying? Or a mindset of being the best, no matter who it is. Like, and so that's what you brought to the game as well during that time. And I'm sure you've been battling other people. I think you and Phantom got into it
Yeah,
after that.
battled mad times, even in mad contests and shit, and even like in ciphers, we were always, even if it wasn't like serious, we would always go and throw our shit because we both like each other's style. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I've always been cool with Phantom, but after that, it was like a little moment where it was like, a little bit of distance because of that, because I just felt like,
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
and how you gonna side with him when you my boy? But I didn't trip too much. I was just like, yo, we'll handle it on the floor, and that's all it was, and it was on site sometimes. Like, yo, you here? Let's go. So we just danced and did our thing, and you know that's what it is. It never escalated to anything. We exchanged words, but nothing serious where we were like, yo, let's take it outside. That's just what it is. In the dance, you gotta be able to uh, take it. If you're willing to dish it out, then you gotta be able to take it. Take the fire. And when I'm talking about the way I felt during these battles, I'm not saying that I'm destroying these dudes. I'm saying my mentality, how I'm going into it, how I'm not letting certain things phase me, so that I'm able to fucking perform the way I want
Mm.
to. You know what I'm saying? And also learn how to strategize. Certain things that kept me afloat in those battles was learning when to lose a round, when to fall
Mm.
back, and all right, I'll take this, I'll take that. Oh shit, he's looking tired. Now I'm gonna go in hard, see what he got. Oh shit, now you standing around waiting to catch your breath, right? How do I look? I'm still looking fresh. What's up? Where you at? I go back in, do my thing, make my statements, with my actions. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? There's rounds that I won, and
Mm-hmm.
I lost more rounds than I did win, but it is what it is. I felt satisfied with how I rocked, and it
Yeah,
was a good
even
time. I think about it now, and I'm like, yo, man, I wouldn't really change a thing because of how fucking it's like it's kind of scarce. You don't really see that shit. Like you don't even if it wasn't like a real crazy rivalry, like we don't hate, never hated each other, but you don't really see too much of that. Like a little bit, like later, I seen like Lilu and Omar, right?
Mhm,
Like getting real heated, always battling, right? Like what other heated battles can you say that you seen like that?
mhm,
You know
mhm,
what I'm saying?
mhm.
It's not many. There are some, but like that was like documented and put out there. So it is what it is. It's a part of the New York breaking history. So I'm proud of it. It is what it is, G.
Yeah, man. Like somebody said you versus Megus. You went at it. Megus, where did that happen?
That was before that, and
Oh,
that's probably
word.
the things that kind of sparked up that rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm.
um, I had battled Megus in this contest. It was called Bragging Rights. It was like a monthly joint in Manhattan in some legendary spot called Wetlands. And there was like legendary like MC battles and DJ battles, I believe. That shit was like fucking like you see like 8 Mile, like the movie Eight
Yeah,
Mile.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That like some real underground hip hop shit in a tight little room. Then they started holding these one-on-one b-boy battles, and Kmel won the first one, and then like there was a couple installments, and I had entered a bunch. I still hadn't won. I lost like 4 times in a row, and then one time me to town, and he enters the battle. We end up going to the finals, and then I won.
Mm.
K kind of upset about that shit, and then he calls me out in the circle right away, right after
Word.
the battle. So after that, Cyclone jumps in, and he's like, "Nah, Jake, fall back. I got you." So they just started battling, and then a bunch of people just started battling. I'm like, "Yo, I'm good." Like because bragging rights was like you make it to the finals, and then you battle to the death until somebody quits. So I
Ah,
was
okay.
dumb tired. So I was like, "Damn, K's tripping," but I get it. He's mad. His boy lost. Whatever. Boom. After that, then we battled at the Fila battle at the Jimmy's Bronx Cafe where he was with Brad Steady, where he was
Mm.
with Street Masters and them. I had my group. They fucking smoked the shit out of us. We
Hmm.
did our thing, no doubt, but they blasted us. And that's where that clip was from. I told you about Legacy doing the
Hmm.
cork and then playing me. Kmel ended up using that in his video. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm taking notes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Floor
Ah, okay.
then
I
when the
get
floor
it.
motion happened, I was just like, nah. What's happening here? What's good? You know what I'm saying? And then he was like, nah, you tripping. And we battled, and the rest is history. He came to my spot, and then we battled outside. Then he came back another time with just skills, just them two.
Mm.
And that was like a crazy, like subliminal battle. Like I was just practicing, and everything I did, he went to do it like better. To the point where it's like at the end of the practice, we ended up battling again. And the clip
Damn.
is up. It's such a whack quality. It's like you can only see the top left corner. I'll try to link you in it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was the last time we battled like that on a one-on-one. And then I seen him at a battle like a month later, where he entered a battle with Sham God and some other dude, some other street hitter. And I don't remember exactly who my squad was, but we had got into it in the ciphers, and that one was real crazy. That one we was really talking reckless, and people were getting scared. There was like kids there, and they thought that we were getting real and shit. And it got crazy where we went outside and we were arguing, and then we came back in, and we lost to them in the finals. But before that, before we went into battle, this OG was there, Buddha Stretch, and he
Mm.
grabbed us, and he pulled us to the side, and he was like, "Yo, man, why y'all talking so much shit?" He was like, "Both of y'all dope, man. Just talk with your skills on the floor.
Right.
Stop acting. Stop making a scene." And then, like, he checked us, and
Yeah,
we just
yeah, yeah.
both
Got an OG, got to check.
just looked at the OG like, "That's fair."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then we did our final battle, and they won. They took home the money, and we was like, "All right, whatever." And ever since that, it's been all good. Like, every time we see each other, it's love. You know what I'm saying? That it's just a little rivalry on the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? It's about, if you see
Sure.
somebody be a threat, you're gonna try to pick them off immediately
Mm,
or eventually. You know what I'm saying? So you got to come with a certain energy if you know, like, yo, that's the dude that I got to beat if I'm a win. You know,
mm.
I never took any of it real personally because, like I said, I always liked K.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, yo, if you're not down, for to be a b-boy, then you're not ready for those type of battles. You know what I'm saying? When I was coming up, I'm sure when you were coming up, to earn it, you got to earn it. And those crazy rawest, the darkest, battles, in those dark ciphers, and the heavy hitters got to be there to even witness it. And then, of course, the words get around. You feel me? And so, yeah, I mean, with K, like, I know for a fact when I came to New York, when I start coming in the game, like he talked a lot, good things about you, and that's why I was kind of surprised, not knowing other things kind of led up to that. But he gave you props, bro. He was one of the main. You were one of the main person that he, said like, yo, Jake, when it comes to New York, like, fan of Jiggz, like, yo, you gotta watch out for Jiggz, like Jiggz nasty, like boom, boom, He even told me a story about when like Luigi was coming up, like he was the superstar at the time or something, you know what I mean? And then Luigi went to New York for Rocksteady Cool Anniversary, and word has got around like, yo, Jay's gonna get him. That was the word on the streets.
Nah, I didn't go down
Like
like that.
that's why Kate told me, like, yo, Jay called Luigi out.
Hell no. Much love for Luigi. This is how it went down. So, I was always riding with Breaks Crew. Like, I was
Yeah.
down with a long time, like, mostly on the battle tip, I definitely got down because we was, like, some of the few people traveling out of New York, like, really hungry to compete and, represent. But we always had a thing with Rocksteady, right? When
Mm.
Rocksteady anniversary came around, that was our opportunity to go at it with some real heads, with some heavy hitters, some, big names, dope dudes, and Legs had a bunch of dope dudes under him. Like, at the time, he had like Technique and Flea Rock and Luigi, all these.
Yo, for
Like,
real.
our
It was
chops.
that team, bro.
We're like, finally, somebody that we could go and battle in the ciphers and get our fucking money's worth. Like, we didn't go to jams just to freaking enter the contest. We went there to get our money's worth, to battle in the circle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Win or lose. Like, you're going in there and you're coming back home with a war story. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? So we just had this thing against the Rocksteady guys because they were young and they were all ill. So, Brace Crew were like always known for just running in ciphers and just attacking whoever is the best. Like, that just like, fuck it. Don't even strategize, just go in. You know what I'm saying? Get to it. Instead of like throwing little jabs. So we start battling. I don't remember exactly who. I know Nemesis and Technique were going at it. Com 3 was there.
Oof.
Who
Damn.
was who? But Luigi jumped out at me.
Oh, so Luigi called out you out.
Yeah,
Oh
he jumped
shit.
at me, and I'm just like, all right, whatever. I was ready, and I had all my shit. I didn't like. I barely had danced yet, so I had all my moves, all my burns. So as soon as I went in, like everybody got hyped. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, whatever. And then I start doing my thing, and then he's like, oh yeah, and then he comes back and he does some fucking ill round And then I go back and I reply, and I guess he didn't expect that. So like the next time around, he kind of like, I felt like he might have blanked and just did like a short, quick burn. And then I went and kind of just had my way for that round, and everybody was just amping it up like, oh shit. And I guess just maybe he just felt a certain way, and he's brought it up before, and salute to him for the honorable mention, but it wasn't as bad as he made it seem. You know what I'm saying? But you know, everybody takes an L in the cipher. I've taken plenty L's in the cipher,
Of
and
course.
it's just a learning experience. And you know, sometimes um, people underestimate others. And one of my mentors, K1, always told me, "Yo, don't underestimate anybody, kid." He was like, "I don't care if you know you're better than them. You go there and you rip your shit, and let them know you mean business, and that's that." You know what I'm saying? So maybe since, you know, I'm more of like, I consider myself more of like an underground b-boy. Maybe since I like a buzz like that, you know, some people feel like they could just come at me and have their ways, but I'm the type of dancer that I kind of get better as I go. Like I can't really blow up on you like that, but in the later rounds, if we go into deep waters, then you might get
Yeah.
into trouble. Because like I said, I'm one of those dudes that if my confidence gets up, then you know it's all it's all about heart, really. You know, and you got to make feeling it, because if you're not feeling it, it shows. It shows so much, and then you start digging into like trying to do your cute shit or your little signatures or your blow ups, and sometimes it's not all there in the heat of the moment. Like you got to think in split seconds, milliseconds, you know.
Right.
And that's the shit. Is like sometimes I see people dancing and I be like, God, this dude is just brilliant. How could he remember so much things in like a matter of seconds and do so much combinations? And that's just something that I think is a battle for some people. It's a battle reflex, and I think I gained that because training with my crew, you know, with Brace Crew and Supreme Beings, and also with my mentors, Step Fiends. It was always a battle. Like we would split up the cipher and be like, yo, like a pickup game. Yo, you captain, I'm captain. Who you got? I got him, I got him, I got him. Let's go all the way to the end of practice for the rest of the end of practice. And you know, you practice your moves and you got that freedom because you feel comfortable because they're your people, and you could talk that shit and you could also take risks. So build up your skills, like when it comes to consistency and strategy and knowing when to throw what and knowing if your gas tank can even handle what you're thinking about doing. So it's a mental game. It's just like any type of it's chess. You know what I'm saying? It's not as simple as some may think it is.
I feel you, man. Yo, Jig is straight spitting some gems, straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Yo, give him some love, y'all, right now, man. You know what I'm saying? I got, yo, straight up. I got a salute.
Oh,
I got a salute. You feel me? Yo, straight up and down. You know, New York. And that's what I love about New York, man. It's always that raw feeling. As soon as you step inside a gym, like you can feel it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure a Jiggz feel that way, and I'm sure other crews like Breaks crews and even my crew like Ready to Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like all have that mentality. Like yo, it's on and popping. No ifs, ands, or buts. You know what I'm saying? No matter who you are, even if you're the best of the best, if you come to New York City, it's on and popping, right? Like that's y'all's mentality. And I'm
yeah.
sure like just say if a Red Bull BC1 champion will come to New York City, I'm sure y'all like, all right, y'all step. Look at Jay.
But that's how it was. Now these kids is like, yo, can I get a picture? I'm like,
Oh,
bro,
word. Yeah, I feel you.
it
Yeah.
doesn't lose, but you could build an even better connection with somebody by just fucking going a few rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
It's a different it's that dancer language. Like some people just not about it. I've called people out and they're just like, and I'm like, I get it. Maybe it's not your thing, you know. But like for somebody else, they would probably feel like, yo, salute, what's up? Let's go, let's do it.
Exactly.
But like you were saying, like before, like if we heard anybody was coming into town, we was licking our chops. We was waiting for events, like just because we knew other people were gonna come besides our own, you know, people from our own region. So we was hyped because we get an opportunity to test them and see where we stand compared to them. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly how Ready to Rock was. Like those were the first dudes in the cypher battling people at any event. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Can't dispute that. And I go way back with RTR, like since my days, like the beginning of my first practice spot was at RTR spot. You know what I'm saying? I go way back with them, and like even like hanging out in the clubs when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So definitely have that same kind of approach and that respect for the foundation. The foundation not only meaning the moves and the movement, but the approach and, you know, the level of respect you have for others and how you honor yourself and your team and how you hold down what you rep and where you from. You know what I'm saying? It's always like you got to hold down the fort. You know what I'm saying? So it was always certain crews that were there in the forefront, you know what I'm saying, on the front line, like, yo, we out here no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it goes through cycles because there's always like some strong members that stick around longer than others. But that essence of those crews still lives.
Of course. Yeah, man. I mean, I feel you, man. I feel like, you know, the new generation, they need to, you know, pop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just on some respect level. It's like sparring. You know, it's not like disrespectful. It's like, yo, you in my city. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to the court. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you feel some type of way about that, then you shouldn't be breaking then. You feel me? Like, so I feel like there, you know, in workshop, educational wise, those are the lessons that need to be taught to the new generation. Not just what moves you're doing, but the cultural side of it. You know what I'm saying? The competitive aspect. Like, yo, you know, to be a b-boy, like you gotta man up or woman up, you know? B-girls, like, yo, there's a lot of B-girls that held it down in New York City. You know what I'm saying? On that raw shit. You feel me? So
I think the girls, I think the B-girls kind of like still have that certain rawness in a sense. Like they're very, I see that they're kind of competitive in a different way than the guys. I feel like they just have more inside, like they want to prove, you know, that they're out here. You know what I'm saying?
That passion.
Yeah, that like, yo, like don't go ahead and judge me because of what you see. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pumped for you, you know? And like before it was like everybody had that. You know what I'm saying? Even the little kids, it was just like, even if it wasn't malicious, it was just like, you know, it's a competitive thing. It's like, yo, when you went to the park and you were at the courts, it's like, yo, who got next? I got next.
Exactly.
And I'm sizing up the team who's playing, like, all right, you got him, I got him, right?
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, yo, we're gonna try to take him out regardless. And you still keep good sportsmanship or whatever, but like it's all in good fun.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Jiggz, Instagram is gonna end because it's an hour. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna keep going, bro. And I'm glad you kind of spoke on some L's, and that's the next question I'm gonna ask you is like, you know, certain battles that you felt like you learned from taking L's. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta teach the new generation. It ain't just about win all the time. You feel me? And so, you know, I would like you to talk about some battle that you feel like, man, it helped you to grow as a person, as a b-boy as well. You know what I mean? So let's get some people in this joint. You know, shout out to everybody that's joining. and shouts to everybody that will be watching this, you know. And yeah, man, you on the battlefield, and that's why I start this joint to just talk about the battle aspect of the game, you know. And I think that's what's been lost for a long time, you know, because everybody is about and there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's just want to, you know, get their shine on views and, you know, on IG, and but it's like, yo, we, you know, putting out work, you know what I'm saying? Like if I ask like any new generation, like, yo, what legendary battle were you part of? You feel me? Like what rivalry?
Ooh.
Like what would be their answer? You feel me? Like is there any rivalry or rivals right now that you have? You know what I'm saying? I would like to ask that. I'm going to invite some new generation, you know, but I got to get all the veterans out of the way. You know what I'm saying? I got to get the vets first. You know, I got you know, I'm actually gonna get K on, Crump, you know, Poe, you know, all the vets. You know what I'm saying? Like Jerome Ski, you name it. I want to get Technique on, you know, like straight up, like all the vets. Rebirth, you know what I mean? Like he's a battlehead, you know, like, Bebe, like yo, the list goes on. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of like the thing with the generation that we were coming up is we had our rivalries, but at the same time we still compete, right? In competition. Like we were able to compete and, you know, get flown out and stuff, but we still had that rivalry, you know, with each other when we meet, you know, at a jam or something. You feel me? And even the hypeness of like, oh, word, Supreme Being's gonna be there. All right, you know what I'm saying? Just this is the thought of it. Like, we're gonna get him, and I'm sure the same way if we, on the other end. Oh, okay, MZK ready to rock. Okay, they going all right. We gonna get him. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, yo, that's what it's about, though. You feel me? And I feel like that's what's been lost. You know what I mean? That the feeling of just going to a jam is just like, yo, we're gonna get them cats. You know what I'm saying? Like just walk into the jam, just talk like, yo, you know, we're gonna do this, and this is a, you know, we're gonna go in, this, that, and the third. Just talk, you know, just talk that shit. Just have fun with your crew
Yo,
and build that bond.
I
You
miss
know?
that so much. I love that shit. I miss it.
Yeah, I feel you.
So when I was already getting older and I started seeing like younger crews coming up, and I would see them get into their little quarrels and beefs, I just used to be in the background like, yo, this is that shit.
Word,
You know what I'm saying? Like it was
word.
Teen Titans and Five Crew like battling to the death, like in the back cipher, and I'm just like so proud, like, yo, this is
Mm.
that shit. Like these dudes know what the fuck is up. And that's why, yo, salute to dudes like Gravity,
That's what I was gonna say. I'm planning to get gravity
Thirsty
on, you know.
Battle Somebody, you know what I'm saying? People like fucking Jay, Zebra, like always like,
Yeah,
yo,
zebra.
let's go, you know.
Hmm.
Dudes like that, I love that shit because they get it, you know. It's more than just showing up in the contest. It's also like, yo, get it in, bro. Like it doesn't even matter what happens, but if you don't do nothing, then don't expect shit in return. You know, don't expect people to respect you or bring you out or even to fucking win because the contest, because you know what I'm saying, it doesn't show that you hungry for it like that, you know?
Yeah, that's why I kind of like the Zebra and Zeku rivalry. I mean, they both
Yeah,
respect each other, but they do trade some shots. And I'm sure
yeah,
10 years from now, they're gonna be like, they're gonna laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm
but not that,
in
but
it.
they dope.
Hmm?
They both dope.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
You know?
saying? So like if you would have like 100 of those rivalries, then this shit will be so exciting. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's like every
Another.
now and then you have those things that come along, and yo, it brought out the best in me having those rivalries with Phantom. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? With skill methods, like you know, I gotta big up Abstrakt. You know, a lot of the better battles that I've ever had, cipher battles, was battling Abstrakt. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And you was getting to the question about if I learned anything from taking an L. And that's definitely one that pops in my head because I battled Abstrakt many times in contests and I would always lose. You know what I'm saying? That drove me like to the point where I was like, nah, I gotta get this dude, even if it's in the circle. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a backstory behind that. You know, when they moved to New York, they had come to our spot, the same spot where Boogie Brats came to battle us. Before that, Skill Methods had came through, and I don't know, there was a beef. I don't know. I don't know if it was with Tone Bones and Technique, but we knew that they was there, and me and Wild Child was getting ready to pull up, and we was like, yo, fuck it, they there, we're gonna have to battle them. Fuck it. So we went in. And as soon as we walked in, we called them out. There was a big circle. It was one of those ill, epic, shit-talking battles. And it was Flips, Technique, and Abstrakt.
Oh,
right?
wow.
And since that, it was like kind of like on site with us. Like whenever we saw them, it was like Step Fiends or Supreme. Whenever we saw Skill Methods, it was on. You could ask Technique, bro. He'll tell you like so many battles, like straight up in our faces. We'll be in their faces. It was just like, it was on site, you know what I'm saying? It was always going down. And that's one of the things that got me seasoned is being able to keep up with those guys. They've been dancing longer. And, you know, Abstrakt is nasty. Like, he's a freestyle master. So he could battle you in a cypher the whole night and not even repeat. So me and him went at it so many times. And we just had that rivalry, and one of the best battles that I've had, and that he's even mentioned, was at this contest. It was in the city, and I had lost it. It was like a 3-on-3, and I had lost to them. And I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna see you on the side. And he was like, all right, fine. And as soon as we finished, we went to the side and we battled the whole time. So they called them up, boom. They competed. They won the battle, and we went to the side and continued to battle. And the jam was finished. The DJ was packing their shit. The music was off, and we're still battling.
Damn.
Like, everybody left the building. It was like 4 or 5 people just there, just watching. Like, y'all still fucking talking.
Yeah, I heard about this. Yeah, I heard about that.
And to the point where we got kicked out. Like, yo, that's enough. Like. Did it again, I think, at Jimmy's Bronx Cafe at another event where we went at it for mad long until he fucking ended up barfing. But it was those battles like, yo, shout out to Abstrakt, yo, because that dude, it was just like, he was always like mad chill with it and mad poised. No matter how hard I came at him or how much shit I said or even if I got an edge on something, he would just be like, whatever. You know, and we'll brush it off. It's like, it was irking me. Like, this dude, you know.
So it was getting to your head.
It wasn't getting to my head. It was just like, in a sense, it was like, yo, this dude really doesn't care whether he wins or not. But he's still killing it, like, effortlessly. So I peeped that. And then, you know, I took to that. And that's the same shit. Like, when I battled, when Kmel came to battle me, I just kept that composure. So I stayed poised.
Word.
And so I learned that from battling dudes like Abstrakt, where it's like, yo, relax. You can still talk your shit, but, you know, when it's time to strike, strike. Right? So it's like a lot of those things is what prepped me to get to that level. And, like, I didn't know where I was at until I finally threw myself in the fire. So my advice to younger heads is like, try. What do you got to lose?
Right.
I always heard on the court when I was playing ball, you ain't gonna get better playing with the little kids. Play with the bigger kids. Play with people who are better. That's the only way you're gonna get better. That's how you're gonna learn. You're gonna be challenged. Where you balance somebody who's stronger, faster, you learn from that. You pick things up, and just that's what it was. Once I was able to hang with certain people, I was like, all right, I know where I'm at. I know what I need to work on and sharpen up. I'm not the illest b-boy when it comes to showcasing or showing off. I'm not a show-off type. But I think when it comes to battling, a lot of people, like even dudes that we consider like our masters, they just don't got that on their belt, man. Let's keep it real. They don't have that battle experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't got those war stripes.
Right.
And not to take away from them, but like that shit is like a different realm in the game, and I think you should exercise that and start where you feel comfortable. Start with your crew or with your homies. Yo, let's go 5 rounds. What's up? Dudes is on this 1 round shit nowadays. I'm gonna pack a 1 minute, 1 round, every element of the dance. Bam, 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 back to back. Like, yo, let's give them some time to present their shit. What's up with 5 rounds? Who got 5 rounds? Who got nowadays, man?
Right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Without going into a flip or flare 1.5 or a tap mill. Who got 10 rounds without throwing any of that shit?
Talk that shit, Jiggz. Talk that shit. You feel me?
You can't stop, bro.
Talk that shit. Straight up and down. You know what I mean? Talk that shit, Jiggz. Straight up and down. Word. I feel you. Hey, man. I mean, there's some new generation, you know what I'm saying? Like, out of New York City, like Gravity and C's for my crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had a little rivalry going. Them two. You know what I'm saying? So, but, I mean, I don't know who's, besides, you know, ZQ and Zebra, I don't know any other, like, new generation that had, like, that, yo, when we see you, it's on. You know what I'm saying? That type of, you know, because we all had it. Like, I was in the Midwest, and I was going to war with Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Chicago was, that game mentality, it was crazy. It was some war shit versus Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, I mean, even I live in Florida now. Like, even Florida new generation, they don't have that rivalry like back then. You know what I'm saying? Where the you know, the North versus the South. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have that. Like, I feel like the new generation need to have that competitive aspect to it again. You know, like there's nothing wrong with calling somebody out and cause that, you know, that rival. Like, yo, it just gets you better. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, you been watching that Last Dance Jordan shit? The Bulls?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
It's like the same principles. Like, yo,
Same.
you not reach greatness if you don't try yourself or try, you know, your opponents. It's like you gotta thrive off each other. You know what I'm saying? And keep elevating like that. You know, it's like, you know, like Jordan wouldn't have been as great if dudes wasn't pissing him off. Right?
Exactly.
And that pushed him to even kill it more. You know? But if you just like sitting back, like waiting for the next gig or fucking next invite to an event, I mean, shit, I don't know how much fun you're really having with this.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with bound for the trophy, bound for the cash. I mean, we all did it when we were coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all went to freestyle session, and my crew ended up winning that. But it was the rawness behind it that made it memorable. You feel me? Like,
it's about the gathering of many different, you know, ill styles and different people. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to see the same shit. It gets stale after a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look back at the times when, like, B-Boy Summit, like, that shit is crazy, bro. Like, how many people were coming together, writers, DJs, like, B-boys, like, that shit is just, it's crazy how it doesn't have the same, like, draw like it used to. Like, if we heard of a hip-hop event, like, we was just all running to that shit, and you will see all types of people, and even if it was a B-boy jam, you see dudes there with black books, ripping shit. You see an MC cypher in the back. you hear the DJ cutting it, not hearing these little fucking loops. Like you would hear full records or rugged hip hop. You know that screw face shit. Like if you go into an event and that bass is rumping and you fucking hear some shit that makes you screw face and you see that cipher, how are you gonna approach that cipher? You're gonna go like a monster, like, you know what I'm saying? Not on some happy shit. Like if you go in and you hear some fast ass shit, you're gonna go look at the circle and be like, damn, I gotta go warm up. I gotta stretch. They're wilding over there.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But if you go and you see like a dope vibe, a dope energy where people are like feeding off each other and seeing what each other got, like that it was always like that when we would approach ciphers. We would like creep in and be like,
Mm-hmm.
the feeling of it and be like, all right, and you know when is your moment.
Yeah,
Or if
yeah,
not,
yeah.
if you know that they're not trying to give you that moment, then you know, it's time for me to go in there. What's up?
Exactly.
That could set off a battle in itself.
Exactly, bro.
Bump into somebody and be like, yo, hold up. And then be like, oh, word? You want some? What's up?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'll create a whole different energy, a whole different dynamic of the experience. You know, if we go into an event, we just think about stretching and all this shit, like, that's cool. You need to prepare for certain things. But I think that the social part about it has changed and it's fading. And I mean, if we don't make it happen, it's not going to happen by itself. So what we got to do is just like keep forming those vibes. I don't know. You remember the Silverback event a couple years back where there was a circle in the back,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and Float and Poe was throwing down.
Yeah.
And Fast Float starts throwing down and everybody went crazy. Like that type of organic energy, it took an OG to make that happen.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? Like it would have never happened amongst maybe not even our generation or anyone younger. But the older heads was like, yo, let's fuck around. What's up?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of us stepped back. Like, oh, shit. You see what's going on? You see what's happening? And that shit just created a dope-ass memory. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
But to us, to make those things happen, we can't expect the younger dudes to do it themselves or knock them for not doing it. We just got to keep reminding them, yo, there's this dope shit called battling. You know what I'm saying?
There's dope shit called balance.
You know, aside from the big stage, you know, there's something. It's kind of like, it's like a party kind of, like if you think about it, like a cipher, like a B-girl, B-boy cipher. Sometimes that shit is like a party and little battles break out. But it's always about hard energy and topping that energy or keeping that shit going. You know, and having a good time. Really. You know, some people like,
that's what it's about, man.
Whatever, but yo, what we could do is still, you know, lead by example because we're still young, you know.
Of course.
Hopefully, in the future, when we start gathering up again, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Like we were supposed to have MZK anniversary. We don't even know if MZK anniversary is gonna happen because it's gonna be in New York. Because we're like, yo, let's make MZK anniversary one rawest gem. Like you feel me? Like we want to invite, and honestly, we were like, yo, all the crews like come through, you know, just get it popping, and that's the type of vibe that we want to bring to the table, you know. But that's supposed to be in September.
You execute that easily, you know, because that's your crowd already. So whoever rocks, you know, is with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we would love to have all New York City come through and yo get it popping. You know what I'm saying? And we be on the mic like, yo, just instigating, like, yo, you feel me? Like that's, you just gotta set that tone. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Supreme Beans in the building. You feel me? Like, yo, who's getting Supreme Beans right now? You feel me? Like,
and I'll be like this. I'll be like, what's up? And then I look back at my young teams like,
let's get it popping. Yeah. So I mean, like in my crew, you know, we're trying to pass that tradition down. I'm sure, you know, that whole Stedlove, he called you out, you know, like just on some respect level, but that's the type of tradition we're trying to pass down. You know what I'm saying? Like that mentality. You know, it's not, oh, I want to disrespect Jiggz, but no, it's out of respect. You know what I'm saying? He's a vet, and I want to learn something from him. You know, and from what I know, Stead to show up, want to battle you, and just left after. He just want to get his.
Yo, that shit, I was like, yo, much respect, G, because dude was like, yo, this dude drove mad far just to battle you. And he pulled up to the event, hit the cipher, and then he had to leave. And it was like a quick battle. And I was like, all right, whatever, let's go. What's up? And we did our thing, and you know, that was that, right?
Mhm.
But then I seen him again at another jam in Orlando. He called me out again in the cipher.
Mm.
Caught me by surprise again. I was like, oh shit.
Word.
That was kind of tight because he caught me by surprise. And I was like, all right, because I wasn't like happy with my performance. I don't think terrible or anybody won or lost, but I was just like, yo, that shit caught me by surprise. I wasn't warmed up. I didn't even come with that mentality because I was judging and teaching a workshop. So I'm just chilling, saying hi to all the kids, you know.
You doing your Hollywood shit.
Stop. And I was just like, yo, that's dope. I respect that. So then we went a couple rounds, and then I got my bearings, and I did the same shit back to him. I caught him in the circle that same day. I was like, yeah, what's up now?
Word.
We went in a few rounds, and then after that, dapped it up, and it's all love, man. Much respect. I respect him for that, yo. That, like made my day better, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to say, yo, I did my shit, and you know.
And Stedlove, like he wins competition. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he won like a lot of competition battle, but he on some, you know, on that cipher, you know, like he want to get that respect and earn it the right way, and that's the thing that culturally that essence been lost is earning it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody can get good training and win competition and stuff, but earning from the vets and getting that stripes, you know, when the street talk about you, when you win competition, but when you come to the streets and get that respect as well, yo, it's a win-win for you, you know.
Yeah.
But if you win out of competition, when you step in the cipher with the jungle with the lions, and you kind of like you just standing there like, then you know, like, yo, you gotta earn that stripe, you know. And so I think, you know, with Stead and all of our young bucks, we try to, you know, pass on that tradition, that mentality, you know. So I'm glad, you know, he crossed that path with you on that journey, you know, and earning your respect, you know what I'm saying, as one of the vet in the game, you know what I mean. So I mean, like that's dope. I mean, Zeku did it to me in Florida. You know what I'm saying? He called me out at Flipside King University. So I'm sure there's a lot of young bucks out there, you know, that beyond that mentality. Because Zeku, he win competition too. But I feel like he's one of the cat that will battle in the cipher. You know what I'm saying? And he got that drive. You know what I mean? But I would love to see that.
Oh, they mad raw.
Yeah, and I feel like the Zebra and Zeku rivalry, yo, that's a good rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Because Zebra is from New York, Zeku's from, you know, Florida, and you know, and I think it's just out of respect for them two, you know, just keep it going.
Yeah, as long as they keep it respectful, it's all good. If it ever gets like anywhere past that, then it's, you know, it's.
I think it's our job too to like, yo, chill. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Buddha Stretch pull you and K to the side, like, yo, and you know, just keep it on the dance floor. So I think, you know, if that would have happened, it would be your responsibility as a veteran, as Zebra OG, you know, a big bro, to kind of, yo, Zebra, you taking too far. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, I like that rivalry between Zebra and Zeku, you know?
Yeah, as long as they, like I said, if they keep it respectful, it's all good. Like sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like these type of little rivalries or whatever, it kind of like it brings a certain energy around certain people. You know what I mean? Because like around the time with that shit with K, it was like it was a certain energy between like me and Pookie, and me and Pookie are cool. You know, we go way back. We've been battling each other since we was kids. It's
Mm-hmm.
all respect. You know, but at the end of the day, that's his crewmate, and he's gonna ride for him. You know, so at the time, whenever we seen each other, it was like, yo, it's on. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And it was the same shit with like a couple other heads. So it's like you just feel like, damn, like you know, I'd rather just keep my distance. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's like I just put it like this, like you know what I'm saying. Zebra's my little brother, so I got his back to the end. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But if he's beefing with Zeku, then there's gonna be a certain energy from his squad. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that we already have relationships with, we cool with. You know what I'm saying? And there shouldn't be any type of like weird energy or people shouldn't act funny around each other if other people got gripes, you know, and they got their own shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I say it sometimes, like even between some of my friends when they got beef with each other, I'm like, yo, don't put me in the middle of that. I'm not gonna take sides. Y'all can handle that. You
Right.
know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not gonna switch up and be like, oh, you got beef with my boy, so I'm not gonna rock with y'all, and I'm not gonna support y'all movement or nothing. You know that's whack. You know what I'm saying? When we
Mm-hmm.
should still be building each other up. This
Exactly.
Oh, your little dude is dope. So is my little dude. What's up? Let's throw him in there. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for people to be like, I don't rock with him. I can't fuck with him, and I can't be around that. Like it's whack when we coming from the same place, from the same region. We should be building each other up. So no matter what, if there's a rivalry, it's really all about skills. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Exactly,
people
bro.
talk shit, and it's all good. It's part of the game. But once you start taking it personal, then it's like, man, let's just leave that alone. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah,
that's
I
how I
agree
feel.
with you.
But if there's some people who are cut from that cloth that could put themselves out there and take what they dish out, then yeah, that's the name of the game. Let's go. You know, I'm not gonna hold any grudges against people because of a call out or something. I'll get my opportunity to get at you on the floor.
Yeah, just think as if like before I got into breaking, I was having the football, right? Football. I mean, coming from the streets and sports is the only way out, you know what I'm saying, to express yourself. It's the same shit. Like we have rivals with other school from other hoods, you know what I'm saying? But we leave it there on the football field. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like talking mad shit like on the line when we line up against like I would receive our line up with a cornerback, we talk mad shit before the ball even, hiked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we would talk mad shit all along, you know? But then afterward it was like sportsmanship, like yo, it was a good game. Thank you for bringing the best out of me. You get what I'm trying to say? That's what it's about, man. And I feel like that's like in breaking, they have to look at it like that. There has to be some type of sportsmanship, even when there's rivalries. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah, we can go all out, but man, thank you for even bringing the best out of me. Because without you being my rival, I wouldn't able to elevate my skills. You get what I'm trying to say? So I feel like that's the whole point, and I think there's like this myth or a misconception, like yo, if two people or two crews go at it, they're toxic or they hater or the scene shouldn't be that way. Nah, we be boys, we battle, we competitors, we warriors, we
Yeah.
be girls. You know what I'm saying? Like this dance came from the streets at the end of the day, as a way to express yourself. And yo, why not? Just like you said, the last dance, like yo, MJ, yo, everybody was competitive with him. and he was competitive with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's all love. You know. I think there's like a big misconception, like, yo, if I get into with that crew, then everybody's gonna hate me for it. You know what I'm saying? Or thinking I'm a hater, or
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
a bad person because I bring this energy. No, it's hey, when we step on the dance floor, let's get it popping, and yo, let's shake it up. You know, like respect due.
Yeah. A lot of people used to always like kind of like get that idea that MZK is troublemakers, and I'm looking at the ciphers, and I'm like, yeah, they can, the way they roll, they can look like a gang, but what they're doing is like straight up the essence of b-boying and b-girling. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's not like, people would take offense of that, of y'all going out and just straight calling people out. And
Mhm.
I would sit back and watch like, shit, I wish a motherfucker would call me out. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
Like they doing the right thing and people are here thinking they're being troublemakers, and that's not really the case.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
feel you.
saying?
I feel like there's this, you know, this so-called like the bad guy myth. If you call people out or you get engaged in a rivalry, it means that like, yo, you're being toxic. But in reality, it's a no. I want to make everybody better. At the same time, I want to make myself better. You know what I'm
And make
saying?
the event live. Shit.
Yeah, make the event live. I mean, yo, I mean, come on, man. Reality, like, it's entertaining as well. Like,
Mm-hmm.
as a fan, like I said earlier, as a fan of battles, bro, I would love to see more rivalries and watch it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up and down, and us making memes about it. Yo, I wish the meme game was popping when we were coming up, bro. Yo, bro, like if the meme game was popping when we were coming up, oh my goodness, bro.
I
Like it
have
would be in
mad.
a rap. Can you imagine? Like I would make so much meme about gamblers, memes about massive monkeys, California, like you name it, all the Chicago heads, like, and I'm sure they make memes about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we would have like online, it would be like crazy. On a dance floor, it would be wild. You feel me? Like that's what I'm saying, man. I feel like the game would be, I guess, elevate in an entertainment way. You feel me? Like imagine like
I
two
mean, shit.
crews start making memes against each other and then see them battle at the next jam like real raw. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, this is
I
some
mean, it
shit.
was beautiful how organically it would happen before, but I mean, we could make it happen. It's just gonna have to be more on an exhibition type of shit. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna invite people and they're gonna do their thing whenever they feel like it and rock out. That's the best we could do. To make it feel like that. But when you like put too much time into organizing something, then it changes the dynamic, no doubt about it. And there's nothing wrong with the contest game, the tournament game. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Always been a fan of sports and martial arts, and a lot of it is similar. We're not going to get into the sports and art argument because we've already spoke about that, and we're already in support of where it's going in the
Hmm.
future. You know, so I think the best we could do is just try to like gather the ones who still have a feeling or have had a taste of that and showcase it at least. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when we get an opportunity to start doing gatherings again and events and shit in the near future after this crisis, um, maybe just have like jams, straight up,
Hmm.
like not even any incentive to win anything, like just represent, do your thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just an idea, but that if for those people who are trying to fill that void, I think that's something that can make you feel, take you back to that era, that essence. Just
Yeah. I think with this whole, virus ordeal, and I think, everybody being locked in, at their house and they not able to go to events and stuff. I feel like after this, there's gonna be an explosion of just rawness. Like cats,
Yeah,
like yo,
of art in
let's
general.
get it popping. You know what I'm saying? Like on site, like the next jam, like yo, let's get it popping. Everybody want to express themselves. You feel me? And so
Yeah.
maybe something positive is gonna come out of this. And I will hope all the new generation would want to express it that way. Like yo, let's, two heavy hitters in the house. Yo, let's go a couple rounds. You know what I'm saying? And let me and Jiggz talk about it. Jiggz be making memes, like let Jiggz make them memes, yo. I be cracking up on your memes, bro. Straight up and down, like, bro, like, you got me cracking up, straight up and down, man.
Yo, sometimes I be bugging out and I just have crazy ideas. I'm like, yo, let me just chill out, tone it down a bit. But for the most part, some dudes be trying to try me, so I gotta
Mm.
get the ass very quick.
Try them on the internet and on the dance floor. You feel me? And in the competition realm. We versatile. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
but it's all
I want
independent.
to want to compete, man, but who knows when that'll get going again. I like that shit too, man. Don't get it twisted. I've always enjoyed that element of the game because I seen it from the beginning. And I always say this, and not to toot my own horn, but to big up everybody from my generation and the generation right before my generation, who I feel have paved the way when there was really nothing, and it was starting to come back up, and there was very few resources, and there was, I don't gotta even say the YouTube or social media shit, that goes without saying. But for the people who were still doing it and chasing it, like, those are special people to me because those are the reason that the younger generation got put onto it and had some type of reference of what's going on. And even for the promoters, that's
Mm.
where they got their reference from watching other people's events and other people's VHS cassettes and how they were doing it, and they try to emulate it or try to make a better version. And that's dope, all the way to what Battle of the Year became and where they took it, and look at where it is now. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's just like it's dope to see that, and to know personally, like a lot of the people who paved the way, the ones, who competed in those big events. You know what I'm saying? And like that's why I say, like, dudes like K is like one of the best of all time because he's like a dude who's experienced on the battlegrounds, in the streets, has done Battle of the Year, Lords of the Floor. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit, those type of events, like winning bragging rights. He won the first bragging rights. Competing being at Rocksteady Anniversary and all these other events. Like that shit paved the way for what it is now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I feel like we put so much uh like we put so much energy, not energy, like the energy is good. We got to put the energy into the youth. But like we definitely I feel like we're like selling these guys short who, like, put it down for us.
Mm.
And I'm not they deserve something before somebody else,
Right.
but a lot of people are forgotten, and a part of, I think a part of teaching is that responsibility of saying, yo, there was this guy, that guy who did it first, who were doing this, innovated this. That's where this style comes from. That's where people elevated that power move and all that, all those connections. Like, we have enough resources and people who are historians to connect these dots and put that shit out there, fully transparent so everybody could see, and where we could start, I believe, is where there's proof, where there's pictures, where there's audio, where there's articles, where there's videos. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go back further, it's gonna be just stories. There's no real proof. So, I think we got a lot of work to do.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? As far as building this up, you can't expect the youth to just know everything or even want to even dig that deep. You know, it has to be able to be presented to them just like anything else. If you look into the history of baseball, you could look into the early 1900s and find archives of that shit. You know what I'm saying? But like that's
I
what I
look
mean.
I look breaking like martial art as well. You feel me? Like the principal aspect, where it's the masters, you know what I'm saying? And each style you can trace back where it came from. You know what I
Word.
mean? Because in martial art, when you get into martial art, you want to learn the snake style. You learn the history of it, like you where it came from and this and that and the third, right?
Yeah,
Because the Sifu, that's his or her, like responsibility to pass down those knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like all of us, the veterans in the game, and our OGs, yeah, in a workshop, just not talk about the moves and the techniques, but where the move came from, and just a little historical guide for the new generation for them to even understand. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And yeah, that is our responsibility, and you've been doing a great job, you know what I'm saying? And I think you should be out there more, just educating cats and use your knowledge, and that's why I want to get you on. You know what I'm saying? To let you speak your piece. I feel like sometimes, people write you out. You know what I mean? And so for me, I'm always trying to be fair with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And for me, and that's the point where I called the platform, bridge the gap. So I want to bridge everybody together to even understand the same, on the same playing field, and hopefully the new generation will able to listen up to what you got to say and be like, you know what, Jay's is right, like for real, he was dropping some gems that maybe I can utilize and make myself better as a dancer, as a b-boy or b-girl or somebody that's part of this culture. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Yeah.
like the cultural aspect is kind of like that the essence is lost. You know what I'm saying? So we all got to do our part. Um, shouts to everybody that's in here, man. Like
Word.
we got everybody in this joint. Um, Jiu-Jitsu go hand in hand. I think that's why it's many transitions. Yeah, Ross. Shouts to Ross, Floor Lords. You know what I'm saying? He was actually there at the battle when you and K.
Yeah, I battled Ross, my man, prolific, many times. Battles with floor lords because of that
Hmm.
rivalry. I said it was on site. It was just said, oh, they're here.
Ah, here we go. I feel
Bring it.
you.
Or it'll be like, what you looking at, and it'll just pop off naturally,
Right, and,
and
and that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like, look, I mean, your camp and my camp had a, static. You know what I'm saying? Pookie's in here, Ross is in here. Y'all camp got static. You know what I'm saying? But we can all be here right now, and just laugh about it and talk about it. You get
it's
what
all
I'm trying to
love.
say? Like that's what it's about. And I think, and it comes back to that whole situation where early when I say, yo, I feel like I don't know who's leading the new generation of this whole montage of like, yo, you call somebody out, or you have static with certain people, you're hating, or you're this and that. It's like, nah, bro, it's just make everybody better, and we can laugh about it later. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing wrong with that. It's part of that journey. And so that's my challenge for the new generation. It's like if a Jiggz or a Kmel or a Pookie or whoever it is as new generation, whether it be in New York, I don't know the New York new generation. That's on y'all. But if a Jiggz asks, "Yo, who's your rival?" You can't answer that. Something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like there is something wrong in that aspect because if you're a competitor, you gotta have a rival. You gotta have a rival. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That's something that
I'll be honest. It was abstract, and I just fucking. I don't know if I ever won in a contest against him. So yeah, it's true. That rival could like give you that drive to be like, yo,
Yeah,
I
bro.
gotta step my shit up and I gotta come correct. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mm.
should always set the bar high for yourself. Never limit yourself, and never think that you can't, you know, be on the same platform as somebody else. You know, even if the opportunity is not given, you'll get your chance. Or if not, then it's up to you to work your way up there or find your way over there. You know what I'm saying? That's the
Mm.
best that I could have given to younger guys in my crew. And they've gone ahead and they've done it. They fucking went on their own, spend their money, look out who's out there, scout the battles. I boom, Frankie flying out all over the place, battling, earned his stripes. You know what I'm saying? Got his respect on his own, not off the name of the crew, because
Mm-hmm.
he went out and did his thing, got
Mm-hmm.
his own inspirations and traveled. Same shit with Zebra, you know, Omen, Phantom. Those
Mm-hmm.
dudes in my crew who have like came up in that sense is because they've traveled. You know, all the other dudes, Rockism, Ken Fury, they've traveled. You know, they've been around. So that right there is like for the younger generations. It's like you got to kind of get out of your comfort zone and you got to test yourself. Otherwise, it's gonna be stagnant for you. You know, you're not gonna see progress, or you're not gonna get feedback like that if you just stay in New York or wherever you at. You know, it don't matter how big New York is. You got to get out there and do your thing. Show some effort. And I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done, but it could, all it takes sometimes is just one day, one trip. You know, for me it was like that in 2000. Like
Mm.
I got the money to go to Pro-Am because I won that battle against Megus. I
Mm.
won $500. At that time that was a big deal. It was enough for me to buy a ticket and have a little bit of cash. And then my mom gave me a little bit of cash, and then we were hitting and hustling a little bit, and you know, we got the crew to go out there, and that is what opened everything up for me. You know, all my horizons broadened after that because it opened my eyes. I got to go out there and see different b-boys, different dancers from a different place with a different style, different perspectives, and we all had the same goal. Let's get in that circle and represent. And that's
Mm.
what love, you know what I'm saying, started to come through when people started recognizing, oh shit, that's that kid from New York. He's out here? Fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like those are the times when you be able to test yourself too, because it's easier to go and battle a stranger, at least for me. You know,
Word.
I'm not trying to battle the best dude in my city at every event.
Right,
If
right.
it comes to it, or if we got that rivalry, if it gotta happen, then it's gonna happen. But when you go out of town, it's like it doesn't matter who it is in the circle. Yo, we going in, bro. What's up? What you got? You know, I'm here, and it's cool because then sometimes people come for you too, and it forces the best out of you.
I feel you, bro. Yo, that's some.
Bongo,
Yo, what up,
got leg,
Legs?
flow maker, representing Puerto Rico.
Legs had many rivalries. I'm sure when he was coming up. You feel me?
Everybody try to battle
Yeah,
legs.
one day
He's
I'm
not
gonna get Legs on, so he can tell his war stories. You know what I mean?
hell. You got to. Yo, one time I tried to call legs out. You know
Yeah.
what he told me?
What?
Hey, you want to dance? Go dance with your girl, bro.
Yo, for real? Yo, real talk. He said that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. Nah, you lying.
Nah, dead ass. I'm dead ass. But salute to legs because like a few years later, he did his retirement battle. He called out like 10 b-boys, and we all battled him back to back. I think Pookie was the only one who gave him trouble. But then like Kmel battled him, and then I battled him, and even Kmel was like, yeah, he whooped both our asses. So salute to
Yo, Legs, that's crazy that you said that to Jiggz.
yeah, for real.
Holy shit.
Yo, shout
Right,
to Legs.
right.
Yeah, I gotta get Legs on one of these days, you know what I'm saying? And get his war stories going, you know?
That's gonna be a 10-hour live.
For real, man. Like in the 70s, in the 80s, and in the 90s. Like, yo, come on, man. We trying to go to sleep, bro. Nah. Yo, Legs. Shouts to Legs, man. He been holding it down for the longest. You know, he's like one of the big mentor, you know, for all of us, right? Like schooling us
Big bro.
what it is. Like, so shouts to Legs for always holding it down, you know. But yeah, man, Jiggz, yo, for real, man, it was good having you on, spending them gems, you know what I'm saying? And
Thank you for
yo,
having me.
it's great, man. Honestly, it's dope for for a brother like you to get on here and spit some. Yo, I'm in awe because there's a lot of gems in this joint, for real.
Oh, God, shit. I want to look back at it and see what kind of wild shit I was talking.
Hey, it is what it is, right? That's the whole point. Like, but man, yeah, I think that would be a challenge for the new generation. You know what I'm saying? It'll be, you know, like, yo, you can have your competition because we all came up in competition. You know, I can't say, yo, I didn't enter competition. Nah, we all enter competition. We all battle. We want to win competition. We all got flown out. We all win, you know, competition
Right?
with trophy, cash prize, awards, whatever. But at the same time, we had those rivalries. We had those static. We had that, yo, if this crew is there, it's on and popping. If this dude is there or that girl is there, it's on and popping. Or that city, I'm going Chicago, is on and popping. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the way it was because we were hungry to get that to earn it. You know what I'm saying? It's that earn aspect of it, and want to be the best of the best. That's the whole point. Not just on the competition realm, but you know, show your stripes. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know, I remember going to California. We have to earn that respect from the West Coast. Because Zulu Kings, Ready to Rock was more like the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? And we were
Yeah.
representing that style. And when we come to California, like, yo, they were like, yo, you know, that's New York shit, this, that, and the third. You know, like you in the West Coast now. So every time we go to Cali, we'll
Look at
get it
them
in with
now.
California.
Well, look
Yeah.
at them now.
Huh?
Look how they dance now, though.
Hey, is
It's
that?
influence, though. It had to happen.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
I feel you.
It had to happen. It's a exchange. You know, it's a cultural exchange. The
Mm,
culture is different than it is in Miami. You know what I'm saying? It's different in Houston than it is in New York. You know, but when we all come together and we have the same, like, you know, common grounds, when we find that, then we can see all the other beautiful things that we all bring to the table. You
mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and we can admire that shit or even open our eyes like, damn, I never thought of that shit. Like,
Mm,
oh, take this to a new level
mm,
now. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it was for me. Like I always loved power and blow ups, but I always stayed true and never switched up and stayed like, yo, I'm gonna keep to my dance hard because when I used to go to West Coast and battle those dudes, they would say, where's your blow ups? You're just doing 6 step to chair freeze. I'm like, oh, word? Is that all you see? That says a
Mm-hmm.
lot. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward now, 20, 30 years later, everybody's on that shit.
Top
And
rock, footwork.
yeah, you know, if you ain't got no footwork, then you're not gonna. Nobody's really gonna give it up until you got, a certain level of skills. Certain skill sets. Like being a very athletic individual can get you up to a certain level real quick, but after a while, it's gonna show when you face off with a seasoned, well-rounded. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? So, like, for example, you can have all the fucking ill power combos, but if you face off with a dude like Stripes, like, you're gonna get picked apart after a couple rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Because the whole package being delivered takes out just one element. That's why I was like, I'm good at footwork. That's my shit. But I also got to add combinations and freezes to my style so I could hang so I'm not one dimensional. You know, because then it's just like me going out there and just throwing a power set and walking out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you could pick and choose what it is that you get good at and what you could build and work on. But um, at the end of the day, it's really, you really have to grow as a dancer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Grow as a
That's
dancer.
what it's about, man. And the same thing with gamblers, right? Like when we battle gamblers, they was all on some, blow ups and stuff. But after battling us 2 times, and you see them years later, they understand it more. And for us, it was never about hating on their style. It's about, like you said, a cultural exchange, and at the same time, an educational. There's an educational value to it. You know what I'm saying? To make people kind of understand, like, yo,
That's love,
where this
tough
dance
love,
come from. Right,
tough
right,
love.
exactly.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
really,
And if it took for y'all to look like you're bullying them and saying, motherfucker, you can't dance better than me, then it is what it is because they saw that and said, all right, I'm going to come back with some shit next time and you're not going to be able to fucking clown my dance moves. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. When I saw Bruce Lee years later, and he got his top rock and all, I was like, yo, gave him daps, like, yo, we were just talking, like, love. It was all love. You feel me? And they were giving us props. I was giving them props. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, like, that's what I'm saying, man. We need those rivalries to make each other better. You know what I mean? And as far as my crew goes, I mean, we got stronger with the blow ups and the combinations. It's because we battle those type of crews. You know what I'm saying? So it just it's the best of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? For everybody, just elevate the skills. So yeah, man. Like, yo, thank you, Jiggz. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can keep going,
yeah.
but man, like, we gotta stop. I'm sure I'm gonna bring you back. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you make some memes or some shit, and then maybe we'll talk about that. Like, yo. And
No
honestly, I
doubt.
would love to have your feedback. Like, yo, who you think is the illest right now? You know what I mean? Those type of discussion. From the new generation.
No
So
doubt.
that
I hear
type of deal. But yo, thank you for everybody for joining, man. It's great to see everybody in this joint. I'm gonna repost this. Once I post on YouTube and all that, yo, everybody just share it because there's a lot of gems in this joint. For real. Like,
sure,
straight
man.
up.
That's sharing that shit is you ain't gonna do nothing with taking that to the grave, man. Might as well if you experienced it. That's beauty in life. Share that. You know what I'm saying? And just real quick, I wanted to talk about this little thing I've been doing lately. I've been catching like some footwork sessions on the lives with some other b-boys that I feel like are dope with the footwork, and the purpose of it is to highlight that element of the dance. We know that's the core of the dance. That's what really defines what it is we do, because outside of that it could look acrobatic or like gymnastics or something. So footwork to me is like something special when it comes to breaking. So I want to share that with people. So we've been doing these like little throwdowns back and forth, and just look out for